Hello, world. I decided to gather my thoughts, my emotions, and everything that I'm feeling post the events of Amy Cooper and the murders of Mr. Aubrey and George Floyd. Normally, I just really just open up and speak from my heart. But today, I really had to sit down and write this out because I wanted to come across clear of what I'm feeling, and I'm sure what hundreds and thousands of other people of my race are feeling at this moment. So I'm just going to read you what I wrote, and I pray that you all share it out, send it to whomever that you feel needs to hear it. My thoughts, my heart, my emotions. I am a Black woman, a mother of 2 Black men, a grandmother of 3 beautiful Black boys, a mother-in-law to a Black man, a sister to a Black man, and an auntie to a few Black men. I'm afraid and vulnerable, and I feel helpless. I feel vulnerable on many levels. First, I'm 1,000 of miles away with the restriction of COVID-19 in a Peruvian jungle, away from the Black men in my family and in my life. And the thought of being so far away from them at this time truly paralyzes me. I also feel vulnerable because even if I was close to them, holding them closer to my bosom, I still can't protect them. I feel vulnerable because the system that we were taught that was supposed to protect me and the Black men in my life is the same system that is killing us, that is killing them. To the Amy Coopers of the world who use their female and white privilege to kill my Black men just because you don't want to deal with your own shit. Deal with your shit and stop using the lives of the men in my generation as your scapegoat. This goes back as far in our history where men were lynched because of the Amy Coopers of the world, playing the damsel in distress for the fear of the Black man. Let's take a moment to think about Emmett Smith. His accuser finally admitted that she made the story up. But we as a people are still bearing the pain, the loss, and the hurt that came from that. We are still bearing that pain. We as a people inherently harboring so many deep ancestral traumas that have been passed to us, and we are still dealing with them right now. Our rage and anger can't be expressed in words anymore. Only action. We are not a violent people. Let me repeat. We are not a violent people. But any human that is pushed into a cage and treated like an animal for thousands of years will eventually bite back like an animal. So when you see the protests, see it as a way we are acting on our pent-up emotions from centuries of hurt. just see us, hear us, feel us. There has always been a knee on our necks in our society. The George Floyd case is just a physical manifestation of what you choose not to see. Even in our weaknesses and vulnerability, you still choose to keep your knee on our necks to ensure that we die. My sons can't jog in their own neighborhood and stop and take a look at a new house that's being renovated or built. But you can do it all the time and chalk it up as just being curious, seeing what's going on. When I speak of you, I'm not speaking of an individual. I'm speaking of a system. To all of my sisters and brothers that are in the different communities, white community, Mexican community, whatever community that you are in, who ask me, how can we help? Especially in our white communities. I will say to you, to use the privilege that you have, which is your voice, and speak up for the race that is apparently voiceless. This is not the time to be silent. Not the time to be silent. Join the protests with us. Unfortunately, we need you in order for the world to see us. So though I feel vulnerable and helpless, I am using all that I have right now, which is just my voice. Just my voice. To do whatever I can to help my race. My voice may not be loud. I may not have the right connections or even enough people that follow me. But with the help of everyone that hears the sound of my voice now, can help make my voice even louder. Because I am their mother. I am their sister. I am their aunties. I am their daughter. I am their lover. I am their friend. I am the Black woman, the creator of the Black man. So I ask you, I shout out to the system that I have to live under, that my race have to live under. And I ask you to stop killing my people.